All right, so Cece, we've got a second case. Or we have more than two cases, but we've got a new one also.
Right.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Okay, so Pastor Nerren is a pastor in Tennessee who's been doing mission work in Asia, especially in Nepal and India, for the past 17 years, going on trips, 2 or 3 times a year. He was detained and arrested on October 5th and put in jail, yes. And we did talk to the State Department and push for his release. He was released. This is another good win. He was in jail for 6 days, but we got a bail hearing, and he is out on bail. But he
cannot leave.
He cannot leave. They retained his passport, and they put a travel ban on, so he's basically a hostage in India.
Yeah, and this is an ally of the United States, Jordan. You do a lot of work in India. Go ahead.
It's a very diplomatic, bureaucratic country where the lines are long.
You said complicated legal system.
It's a very complicated system, and especially for a foreigner. And once you get caught up in it, be complicated. I'm excited that we were able to figure out at the ACLJ, working with the State Department, getting him out of prison in 6 days. Like, nothing happens there in 6 days. And this is nothing nasty about India. It's just a growing, expanding country that's trying to deal with its population. Its bureaucracy is huge. The paperwork amount is huge. So that is a big victory. Don't underscore that too much. I mean, it's a big victory to get that done very quickly in Indian terms, because I would tell you things take a long time there bureaucratically. It is highly complicated. The documentation that you need, even if you've been traveling there a long time, made many trips there before. My wife has a nonprofit that works in India, so we've had to go through all these steps about how to set up all these.
You're the one who said it in our pre-briefing. You said a complicated legal system. So, Andy, it's supposed to be based on English common law.
Yes.
But it's a bureaucratic nightmare.
This is the inheritance of the Raj, I think. This is what the British left them in 1947 when they gained independence, and it hasn't gotten any easier to get through the red tape in India than it was when the British were running it as an independent colony.
No, because, common law and this unwritten law, when you have 1.4 billion people in your country, doesn't really work real clearly. It's because the law is not ever clear. And so I don't think it's like the Indian government that's about this pastor. I think it's some bureaucrat that decided to take the harshest action against impossible. But what we also know, CC, is that the customs officer in this situation is recommending that he be given back his passport and allowed to leave.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that the customs officer in New Delhi, which is the one that actually then ordered his arrest in Bagdogra, the customs officer cleared him and said he was free to go, and then called ahead to Bagdogra to be arrested as he stepped off the plane.
So he was being set up?
Yes.
Okay, so it was a setup. Okay, now, so the State Department is involved?
Yes.
I will tell you that I met with the Vice President. He is involved. His office is involved. The President's aware. People are aware. Here's job one. He's out. He's got health issues, we know.
Yes.
And the stress on your life and your body and your mental state and everything else, physical, emotional, spiritual, everything else here is dramatic because you're in a country where you are not from, with people that you don't know that well, and he's not free to move around the city.
He is not free, no. And he's
out of jail, which is a good thing. I want to say that.
Thing.
So it's kind of job one, keep him alive. Job two, get him out of jail. Job three, and that's not really, it's all job one. Get him out of the country and get him back to the United States. So, Than, we got 50 seconds left here. Very quick 30 minutes today. But a good progress, at least on that case.
Very good progress. Two things very quickly. It certainly helps that this administration, unlike previous administrations, Jay, don't put these issues on the back burner. That helps. Also, Tennessee senators involved and will continue to be.
Yeah, that's very helpful as well. I want to thank our Tennessee senators